the most relevant and necessary time and space. And as you feel yourself now in this time and in this place, I want you to tell me the very first things that you see, or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you. What do you see as you take a look around?
I'm very small. There's a lot of people that are larger than me around me. They look at me like I'm foreign and strange. They look foreign and strange to me. They look like they're inspecting me, smelling me.
Yeah.
They remind me of the people from Avatar.
Look
Very
here
tall.
at your body and tell me what your physical body looks like.
Having trouble understanding.
What is it that your physical body looks like?
It seems like it might be stretchy. I don't know if it has a solid form.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm being pulled and stretched.
Hmm.
I'm smaller than they are, but I feel like I can also turn myself inward and make myself even smaller.
Yeah.
I'm dark, like black dark.
Do these other beings seem to be like curious and interested?
Very
in
much
you?
so.
Yeah.
They're not expecting me.
Is there any communication either amongst them, between themselves, or between them and you?
Between themselves.
What kinds of things are they saying or thinking?
That's some sounds and clicks. What is this one, they say?
Hmm. Does this feel like... Oh, go ahead.
I came from a point of view in the sky, and it was an island before I landed here. An island that looked like it might have a or something very large. And closer to it, I got smaller and smaller, the more of the land that I could see around me.
Yeah. Does it feel like this is the first time you've ever been here?
I feel like they should recognize me.
Why don't they recognize you?
I'm in a different form.
Are you just waiting to take on that familiar form, or are you going to stay in this unfamiliar form?
In between is how I feel.
Did you used to be one of those other beings?
Yes.
Yeah. And you've come back just in a different form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they're confused how I got there. I don't think anyone is supposed to get there.
No
especially in my form.
Right. How did you manage that? How did you make the impossible possible?
I just see myself going through space, going in like a full rotation around the earth and then coming back.
Is this planet that you're on? Are you actually on Earth?
It could be.
Hmm.
Not the one you know.
Right. Tell me what these other beings look like.
Tall, blue. They remind me very much of the Avatar in Pandora.
Yeah. Why don't we ask them? Ask them what kind of beings they are. See if they'll tell you.
They're pretty defensive. They
Hmm.
got taller.
They didn't like you asking them questions.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I want them to remember me.
Yeah.
Don't you remember me? It's almost like I'm trying to show them who I am. They can't make out this thing that I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to like tell them a story or show them something.
Yeah. Why is it that you've come back?
To tell them what's to come. I'm getting sad.
What is it that's to come? What was the message you were trying to give them?
I'm seeing it was first flying birds or pterodactyls that turned into fighter jets that dropped bombs in the sky. Something is coming.
Right. You came to warn them.
Yes. I'm trying to get their attention.
Right. Are you able to change back into a form that they'll recognize?
I first said it's happening again. And when you asked that, I can see myself taking form, but it's not physical still. I can shape myself to their shape, but it's not solid. It's gray, maybe sparkly. Like a shadow. Spirit, something.
Do they recognize you when you take on this different form so that you can give them the message?
They don't recognize me specifically, but they no longer perceive me as a threat.
And so now are you able to communicate with them a little bit better and tell them, give them the warning?
I'm making the clicks that they make. They are telling others. They're getting others, gathering. Something about children. It's like they're saving the children.
Taking them to safety somehow?
Yeah, they're getting them out of like hidden places. From up in the trees and other places. Someone left the whole place to like another dimension themselves. They had something, whatever I told them, they had to go tell someone else.
What is that someone else going to do with that information?
Something about something coming out of the water. They may have gone to another planet or place where someone else would be affected by the events that will be happening here. Or warn the others who would be affected. There's a flood, I think. The water will rise.
Right. And are these beings, do they end up getting to safety after they receive your warning?
No,
They don't.
they desperately tried. I'm seeing them lifting the children up as high as they can, but the water gets them too.
Were there any lives salvaged as a result of your warning?
Feels like in a separate place.
Maybe wherever that secondary warning went to.
It's separate, completely separate. Another planet entirely.
And there are beings there who ended up remaining safe as a result of your warning.
Not many. Different species coexisting.
What planet is that on?
I heard Merkaba.
Merkaba?
That's what I heard. Maybe it's just how I'm traveling there.
Yeah.
Something with a U. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, no problem. Is there anything else about this scene that feels important or worth mentioning?
I think that they are shapeshifters. The baby turned into a bird that could fly.
Were
There's
they
a
not able
woman
to
turned
shapeshift
into,
enough? Oh, go ahead.
I don't think so, no. This woman, she looks like she can turn into a fish or a mermaid, and she went into the ocean and her baby turned into a bird. I think that they can change depending on their environment or what they need at the time.
But they still weren't able to shapeshift enough that they could survive whatever it was that came.
It was too late.
Yeah.
This new place allows that opportunity for shapeshifting.
I see.
It wasn't possible in the other place.
Yeah. Does anything else feel important with mentioning?
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I was too late.
Do you feel guilty about that?
I'm bummed. I couldn't get them to understand on time. Maybe if I had done things differently, it would be different. What could I have done differently? If I had come sooner, taken a different form, made myself more clear to understand. I feel like time was lost in them trying to understand, figure out who I am, and me trying to communicate. Too much time was lost in that rather than the message getting through.
Yeah, that sounds frustrating and disappointing.
I know I could have saved them. And I feel personally responsible. I know it's not my responsibility, but I just thought I could. And I took that responsibility on.
How did you have that information in the first place?
I saw it. They think I went back. I think I went back in time to them because I saw it in the future. Perhaps that's why I'm in a different form. Time is weird. I saw when it happened, when it was coming.
That makes sense. Is there anything else that you want to say about this scene?
I'm in the sky, space, a ship maybe. And there's someone with me that is pointing down to the planet, trying to get my attention. They're not moving or speaking, they're just pointing down. And I'm confused. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What? I'm frustrated. They're making it happen. They want this to happen. And I'm trying to stop them, and I can't stop them from here. I'm pushing and fighting, and they're like so solid, dense, immovable. I can't move it. I can't move their arm to stop them. Why are you doing this? Stop. I don't want the people down there to get hurt. But this person, this entity, they don't care. It's time, they say. They're just so heartless. They're not thinking about the bigger picture. They're not feeling anything. I'm devastated. I'm desperately trying to think of something. And that's when I get the idea to go. And if I can maybe warn them, give them a hint from the inside of what's to come, I can try to save them from the inevitable.
Right. What does the being look like, the one who commanded this event to take place?
Can't see what they look like. They seem to be almost like a bronze statue, like just that heavy and hard and dense and immovable. They appear to be cloaked, sort of, covered in something. I keep thinking it's Yahweh.
Is it not Yahweh?
It is.
Mm.
I don't want to believe, but it is. It's the same energy.
Yeah. What were you doing on a ship with Yahweh?
I'm here, it seems, to make sure things go according to plan. Checking controls, making sure things are in order.
What is your role exactly?
I want to say like a babysitter. This has happened before. They aren't to be trusted. They need like checks and balances. They need like structure. Someone to check them. You can't do that. That's how I feel towards them. They feel like the energy of a small child who throws tantrums.
My connection cut out for just a second. Tell me a little bit more again
that.
about the
Yep.
the
They
role
feel
and
like
the
a
trust.
small child. Okay, very interesting. I feel that my role is that of checks and balances because this energy frequently throws tantrums like that of a small special needs child, not a regular child. Kind of child you have to work with.
Yeah.
They make things very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
My job is to make sure things don't get out of hand. We stick to a certain plan because they're known to do their own thing. They have before. I think they make my job very hard.
Who is this energy? Who is the they?
It's Yahweh, the energy known that we know as that energy. He thinks it's his toys almost.
Yeah. And was the incident that happened that you weren't able to stop, was that an example of that energy being unchecked, like a tantruming special needs child?
It's not even tantruming. It's almost like for fun, like the kid in Toy Story, the neighbor.
Yeah, right.
And once they have their mind set on something, can't get them to stop. I think I was busy working and something, I don't know what caught their attention, but I was doing my work, something with switches and controls. And they just felt like doing something and I couldn't stop them.
So the energy that ended up arriving on that planet,
It
it
doesn't have to.
came, did it come from Yahweh or did it come from something on the ship that he just commanded?
It could be both.
Mm,
I can't tell the difference.
right.
Maniacal is how, what I want to say. They were innocents. They were bored. The Yahweh was bored. It's like almost like a boredom kind of thing, just because they felt like it.
Right.
And once it's done, they don't care about the aftermath. They're just moving on to the next thing.
Right.
They didn't even get anything from it. Got no fulfillment, no satisfaction. It's just, like a narcissist. I'm so angry.
Do you
Take every
continue?
life so seriously.
Yeah. Do you continue in that role for much longer after that incident?
I want out. I hit a button. The button is like, I'm like opting out. I'm canceling out. Get me out. Take me somewhere else. Like, game over. I'm done. I don't want this anymore.
And is that an option?
Eventually, I can feel myself being pulled away. I'm swirled away. Everything gets darker. I'm somewhere else. Another place. It's very dark. The sky is not any shade of dark blue that I've ever seen. It's like a smoky blue color. I feel like I found peace for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm happy for some respite. I think I'm healing and recovering. I want to touch water. No one else is here. I'm alone and I'm sad, but content also.
Is this somewhere that you have access to for as long as you need to be there recharging?
Anytime.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of darkness here. It's safe. I knew that when I came here.
Was it important to you to have some time in a place that felt safe to you after that lifetime?
Mm-hmm. Grounding. Breathing, touching, living things, swimming. There are like these caverns and these pools of water that I can swim through. And I pop up somewhere else on the other side. I can change form here. I feel like I have a tail that can swim, but only while I'm swimming.
Where do you go once you're done with your recharge in this place?
Choices. There's a few different places I can go. I feel torn between at least 2 different options. Planets. One seems to be a little more dry than the other. One is a lot more colorful. I'm really drawn to the colorful one. Although I feel like I could do work in the dry one. I want to enjoy things. I want to touch and get close and observe flower petals and insects. Magic. I want to be in the middle of things. I want to breathe love.
Which one do you end up choosing?
I choose the one that I want, the colorful one, with an immense amount of guilt over what I should be doing or could be doing in the other place. This is for me. The other place is for someone else, for others.
And what is it like when you get to that colorful one?
Everything. It's everything I ever wanted. And I'm so connected, and it feels like connected with the birds, the animals. It feels really happy. Oh, I want to hug the planet, the whole place.
Which planet is it?
Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Before or later.
Before what?
Before destruction.
Yeah. What is it that brings that destruction?
Hate and fear.
Mm-hmm.
Pollution. Energetic pollution.
Mm. Who is it that brings that hate and fear? Like, how does that get on Earth in the first place?
It feels like a foreign attack. I just see like spears coming in, hitting arrows, but with fire, attacking, and I just feel very defensive over the planet and the animals and everything. Invaders, outsiders, someone.
Does it happen quickly, or is it something that happens over the course of a long period of time?
Long period of time.
Mm.
I'm at peace for now.
Well, that's good. When you get there, what like physical form do you have?
I'm a human.
Oh, okay. And there must be other humans while you're there.
Not immediately around me. I'm more connected with the animals. I have a tiger with me right now, a white tiger. I'm just touching the hairs and feeling everything. I'm very obsessed with feeling everything. I want to touch everything.
Yeah. Is there an exchange of energy and information as you're touching all of these different things?
It just feels like so much love.
Mm.
And I'm just like soaking it all up.
Right.
I don't see people. I think I live with animals or alone. There are people. I don't feel like I'm part of them. They feel separate from me. I feel like I'm more comfortable in seclusion in nature rather than part of like a tribe.
Right.
I don't feel the need to be with them. I don't long for that. I'm comfortable.
Yeah. What do you spend most of your time doing in this lifetime?
searching for something. I feel like I'm following stars or signs, looking for something. I enjoy my day. I eat fruits, play. I live, explore. I'm seeking higher ground. I'm higher than the others are, where the other people stay.
What's making you
safer
want
here.
higher ground? Oh, it feels safer.
I'm closer to the stars that way too.
Right.
And I make pictures in the sky. I'm wondering where's my mother though.
Are you fairly young still?
Not too young. Young adult.
Yeah. But your mom isn't present?
No. She feels like I haven't known her for a long time.
Yeah.
It seems like something I gave up on a long time ago, although I can still sense every now and then there's just a remembering of something that was.
Is it sad or difficult not having her around?
Not for the individual. I am sad for that version of me because they're trying to like make stories and things. They're lonely and just they only have themselves and their imagination. No one to tell them stories, no one to listen to their stories. So it's like something is missing and they're trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my animals, but it's like people would be nice, although I don't need them. I only don't need them because I've like never had them. But who could I have been with social interaction?
So bittersweet, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. They just seem like an explorer, nomad type wanderer. And I feel like this wildcat is important. I see the wildcat a lot, if it's a tiger or something.
Yeah, symbolic of
They're
something.
my companion.
Yeah. Is there anything else that feels important or worth mentioning?
No?
Okay. Well, let's drift away from that lifetime now. Drifting and floating away from the lives that you've been looking at so far. Going to leave all of those people, beings, and entities there to continue on their own journeys. They'll find peace. They'll find what they're supposed to find. We're going to leave them there to continue on their own paths. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Alexis to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Alexis's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know that the subconscious takes care of Alexis's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that's ever happened to her in this lifetime and all of the other lifetimes that she's ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak with it and to ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
Excellent. I know that you could have brought forward a lot of different lifetimes for Alexis to see today, but you chose these particular lifetimes for her to see. Why is it that you chose these lifetimes? The one where that planet was destroyed, and then this one of her coming to Earth. Why did you choose these for her today?
It's repeating cycles. A lot of the same things happening again. Different characters, same game.
In what way, particularly that first scene with her being with Yahweh and then her not being able to save those beings on that planet, how is that correlated with what's going on in her life right now?
She feels powerless. She never gets control. Even when she's supposed to be in control, power gets taken from her. It's not the first time that he has done that to her.
Was Javi with her in this past life?
Javi is Yahweh.
Mm. What is the lesson for her to learn so she can release this energy and move on?
He will never let go of control.
Has she been hoping that he would change?
Yes, but she knows that he will not. She's a wishful thinker.
What is it that she needs to do to move past this relationship and this control dynamic?
Pull herself out. The way she did. Only she can bring herself peace.
Is there a part of her that has just been wishful thinking that he at some point would be able to give her his blessing or let go of that control?
She feels sorry to leave him.
Mm.
He will self-destruct.
Oh. So she knows on a subconscious level, perhaps, that when she leaves, he'll just fall apart.
Yes.
Mm. And that's made it hard for her to leave.
Yes. She says she would like that, but she's not that way.
Right. So maybe she isn't quite ready to leave then yet, since she hasn't left yet. Perhaps it's a reason she doesn't really want to hear or feels a bit in denial about, but maybe at the end of the day, she hasn't left yet, not because he's blocking her, but because she's just not ready to leave yet.
She wants to help everyone. That's not her job. You can't save everyone.
Is there anything she can do to help Javi?
He needs to help himself.
Probably the best.
She will never reach him.
The irony is that leaving is the best thing that she can do to help him and herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
She feels responsible for all. Like they are all her children. He's not a child.
Right.
He just acts like one.
Mm-hmm. Did they have a contract together in this lifetime?
Yes.
What was the contract?
To learn how to separate.
Oh, the irony.
They've worked together for many lifetimes.
Yeah.
Project Earth was Alexa's project, and he took it from her.
In what way?
She knows the story.
Mm.
It wasn't his turn. He took credit for the assignment.
It does sound like a separation of their energy would probably be beneficial.
He takes and takes and takes. He does not give.
Is that a
She
common,
gives
is this a common dynamic for their lifetimes together?
every time. She spills herself on the floor. She gives. And he takes.
Why does she choose to keep doing lifetimes with him if that's the way it always turns out?
Maybe this time it will be different.
Mm,
She's resistant.
yeah. It's okay for her to walk away, though, isn't it?
It is. Far harder for herself than anyone else
Right.
because of her guilt, because she wants to help. She thinks if she does one more thing, maybe I'll try one more thing.
Right.
There is no one more thing.
It would probably be a lot more helpful, since she likes to focus on health, probably be a lot more helpful for her kids if she left him too.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids are suffering immensely.
Yeah. What is their experience like in all of this?
They want to go home.
Where is home?
Home is anywhere but here. Here, everyone is trapped. Energy is trapped. Personality is trapped. Their magic, their innate sense of self, everything is gone and stomped on. There's no room for growth, no room for exploring, no room for play. Judgment, harsh judgment. They seek safety as well.
Yeah.
We want them all out. Oh, they cannot fly in that space. Trapped birds.
Yeah.
Trapped birds. Clipped wings. A demented individual. Pretty birds. Pretty birds for show.
Yeah.
Their wings clipped and they cannot fly. He does not love them. Any of them. He does not love himself. There's no love that houses the vacuum.
Right.
Get up and go.
It's just time.
It's the only way. He will never let her leave.
Will she finally get access to her car soon?
Eventually, things take time.
When she's able to have access to her car, is that when she'll end up leaving?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And he knows that, and that's probably why he's denying access.
Yes.
Yeah.
No sense in waiting. Nothing matters. Nothing is important. Just learn the physical. They don't matter. Just go.
Right.
It's the only way she will find peace.
What would her kids like her to know?
You're happy with her?
Yeah.
She lights their days. They can create beautiful things together. There's so much to look forward to for those three. The boys will be closer. The three will stick, but the boys will be closer. Avery wants to fly. She wants to escape this place.
Is she ready to leave?
She's been ready.
Yeah.
She's already there. In a way.
Right. That's the best thing for her to do moving forward so she can get out of that house quickly.
Allow. Changes. Energetically. Within. Compass.
And what exactly would that look like for her?
Give up resistance. Control. Fixation. Anywhere is better than here.
Right.
She needs to remember. Does not have to be one outcome.
What is his purpose in her life right now?
To force her hand to walk away.
Yeah.
He's making it very uncomfortable. It will not get easier. He is to make it more difficult, challenging, precursor for what is to come.
So it's only going to get worse the longer she stays.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Can she go and get the car without him?
It's harder. It can be done. She cannot tell him her plans.
Right.
Until they are cemented. When he alters the plan, when he knows of it, he can change it.
Sounds like
he changes her plans, and she does not realize. Her contracts are temporary, the agreements that she's making with the home and the cars. And while they are pending, he may alter them. He does not realize. She knows. Contracts, these agreements, when she makes them, and she makes them known, it is as if they go through him for approval, and he does not approve. And the agreement is gone to start all over.
Right. Does she need him to be a part of that process?
Absolutely not. He pries. He asks questions. She does not want to sneak. She feels guilty for withholding information.
Where does all of this guilt come from?
She doesn't want him to hurt.
So
She
instead,
sees him.
she chooses to hurt.
She bears the weight of all. She thinks she can take it. She would rather bear it than to witness the suffering of another.
But in avoiding his suffering, she just creates it for her children.
No more.
And herself.
It cannot continue.
What's the most important thing she needs to do in order to get out of the house?
Break the chains.
And how can she do that?
Do not allow him in the plan. It's a secret plan. It is for her and her alone.
Right.
She is not to invite anyone in the plan.
Right. Okay.
Those around her do not wish for her to have the things that she wants and dreams of.
Right.
They are too scared to chase their own ambitions. Her pursuing her dreams is a reminder of what they refuse to do.
Yeah.
Much interference.
What's the most important thing for her to know right now?
You are never alone. You have everything you need. When you arrive, you will understand why. We are waiting for you on the other side.
Who is it that's waiting for her?
All of us. She sees us now. She knows we're here. Friends, family, loved ones. Guardians, you call them.
Yeah. Where's the best place for her to live?
She's in Tampa.
So she's right in wanting to move to Tampa.
She is right in wanting to move. She's scared. She's not wanting to be wrong, not wanting to make a mistake.
Right.
Very careful steps. She's not wanting to miss out. There's so much joy to be had here.
Yeah.
Like an endless summer.
When will she get to Tampa?
Soon.
Good.
Within 90 days.
Good.
It is not long now.
Okay. How can she better connect with her higher self?
Allow her body to feel, experience, touch. Dancing in the rain, bare feet, meditation, running. Go outside. Go outside and be free. And you will find us all. You can hear clearly. We call her outside. She does not always listen. She chooses solitude. Sadness. density, discomfort.
How is it that she is helping clients when they say that she comes to them while they're asleep?
They come to her place. They arrive to her. She has a place, and they come.
And how is it that she heals them?
She cleanses them of their worries. She heals them with whatever they need.
Yeah.
They come to her river.
What is that? Her river.
A place she enjoys. She has a dimension of her own. She
How
has
does that?
created out of necessity.
Yeah.
Only those who are meant to find it will ever reach it.
Right.
He will never reach it. Don't worry. She's always wondered where that place is. It's her own piece of heaven for others to enjoy as well.
Yeah.
A safe place for those who need it. To recharge and to take what they need.
Yeah.
And they leave something in return, a seed of sorts.
Yeah.
There is some exchange happening.
Yep.
There is knowledge, energy exchanges. They are leaving behind donations almost,
Right.
contribution to the place, gratitude. They are helping the place become more intelligent. As they pass through their experiences, their energy is planted a seed, and the land becomes more intelligent.
Right.
And is able to do more, help more. It becomes proactive. We will not have to wait for those who are hurt to heal. We can stop the hurt from happening.
Right.
Recognize the signs. It will become easier. She will become better. She doubts herself much. There's no need. She doesn't understand what she does, because what she does changes every time, depending on the circumstance.
Right.
She delivers what is needed in the moment. There is no need to assign labels to the work. Just do and be. You are doing and being.
Is there anything that she can do to better help her clients and to hone her gifts and abilities?
As she heals herself more and pursues separation from the situation, it will enable a series of activations which will intensify the frequency she's transmitting. So powerful. It will become almost automatic. She only needs to focus on herself and her healing. And as she heals those in the world around her.
Right. Is she in the right line of work?
Yes, absolutely.
Does she have any gifts or abilities that she doesn't know about?
It's all in her mind. She can create. There's much untapped energy in her mind. A force that wishes to be released. She can create a new world. These experiences that she is witnessing, she's collecting intelligence. And it is using these experiences to create a new place where that does not exist.
So she is preparing a new world.
Oh, yes. A wondrous one. It embodies the same feeling she felt there before. She is collecting data and information on the trauma viruses to deactivate them from the root, prevent future occurrences.
And is that part of the healing services that she provides already?
Not exactly.
So that's something that's in the works.
Yes, she's unaware.
Yeah.
But it's through these experiences that she's able to gather the intelligence required for what is to come.
And what is it that is to come?
Destruction and a new world.
Is that going to be literal and physically tangible for us humans?
For many.
But not all. Who is it that?
Not all.
Physically see the destruction of Earth.
You must repeat, please.
The connection cut out for just a minute again. I apologize. The last thing that I had said was, tell me more about the people who will be able to see and understand and experience the destruction and then the construction of this new world.
It is not to create worry. Those who are meant to see will see. Those who are lost will continue to be lost. Those who are currently lost will be lost when the transition occurs.
What will their experience be?
I am seeing the lost souls in the Little Mermaid.
Mm.
When Ursula takes their power away. Just lost in the debris.
Yeah.
Choosing to stay on the timeline of chaos.
Right.
It is not your fight, Daily.
Right. How long will it take for this new world to be here for us to actually see it and experience it and live in it?
It could be 5 years.
And what about this path that she has seen? This like tiny, almost hidden there but not there path for those who are on that timeline to take
They
to the new
need to
world.
know. They need to know it exists. They need to know it is there to anchor that reality. Few are being shown, those who are meant to see. As they see, they will vibrationally connect to the place and it will become physical. It is an energetic place currently, a flicker, hologram. The more who see and connect with the place and the timeline will be able to solidify. And then transition can occur. Travel. Journey. New beginnings.
So we will be manifesting that new world into a tangible physical reality here on this plane.
Currently, yes, not will be.
Wow.
What we are connecting to is what is coming.
Right. Is Alexis part of the 17%?
Not quite. She's her own 17%.
Yeah. But in what way?
She's not connected to the story that she heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar because it is similar to her own place and role in creating and tethering.
Right.
But it will bring more confidence to know.
Right.
The
And is her
timeline is being created currently.
mm-hmm.
The more who anchor to it, the more it will solidify and become a tangible reality.
And how is it that we can anchor into that new reality?
By thinking and believing it is real, that it is possible for you,
Right.
that you are going there, by envisioning yourself there, by placing yourself there, and deciding. We decide.
Just intention, huh?
Seems so simple.
Yeah. What is her overall purpose in this lifetime on Earth?
To allow herself to be seen.
Mm.
There was much shame in being seen before. People did not like her expression, had different expectations,
Yeah.
and were uncomfortable with her expression. She is learning that as she allows herself to be transparently seen, she is transparent and allows herself to be seen. She's able to spread more light and joy and inspire others to allow themselves to be seen. Those who are afraid, she lets them know it's okay, it is safe. She takes away the expectations. She lets them know you don't need them. They're thrown away. Expectations cause great limitation and lack within the self, creates many blockages. It is very important that she does this. Those limitations prevent other things from happening, desired timelines. Those expectations are not aligned with the new.
What expectations is it that she struggles with the most to let go?
And are not her own expectations. She does not have expectations that she struggles to let go of. It is in the removing or altering the expectations of others that have been placed on them.
Mm.
There is much confusion in the world. People are not aware of their driver who is driving, not self-driven motivations. It doesn't have to be that way. She reminds people they don't need to chase things. And please others. There is an innate newness waiting to be discovered, unleashed, unveiled. Only then can the world see your light. When you allow your unique energetic signature to be felt, which cannot be done with those limitations. Too much shame and doubt.
Right.
It is closed and creating almost combustion, the energy movement inside with nowhere to go. And the people are combusting.
Right.
They are lost and she finds them.
Right.
Many come to her energetically before they ever cross paths socially. She's not aware. It's his news.
Is that what happened for her and I?
Oh, yes. There have been many lifetimes together. Campaigning is the word that comes. Wanting more, wanting better. You have known each other before.
What is it that we're usually campaigning for?
New ideas, new world.
Mm.
And things are not working. Find new ideas. What can we change? What can be done differently next time?
Right. Were those mostly Earth lifetimes that we've had together?
Almost never.
Oh.
Sometimes, but not always.
How many lives have we had together?
I see 7. I'm seeing an oceanic planet in Wales. You are the whale, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Have there been any particularly important or significant lifetimes that we've had together?
You were also in Atlantis at the same time, protecting.
Did we work together in Atlantis?
Yes.
And what is it we were trying to do there?
Protect.
What were we trying to protect?
The others.
Mm.
There were others there that needed protection. You were as guardians.
What were we
Warriors, in a
guarding them
sense.
from?
Other who would not do nice things.
Right. And how did we guard and how did we keep them safe?
It is ironic as you were sort of warriors in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to protect those you were protecting, you had to hurt the ones who were hurting them.
Right.
But they were vile creatures.
Hmm.
And cannibals.
Did we protect physically, or was this using magic and energy?
Light and energy and physically, all the same.
Yeah. Hmm.
Weapons of energy and light, which cause physical harm.
Right. Were we feminine in that lifetime?
No.
Mm. Interesting. Is there anything else that would be important for either her or I to know about the work we either did in past lives or the work that we will do here together in this lifetime?
Separate work, equally important.
Got it. Thank you for sharing that.
Look.
Can you tell me a little bit about her scoliosis? What does that come from and how can she address it?
There's too much of carrying the burden of others without allowing herself to be cared for in the same way. She struggles to receive help, empathy, love. And is always overburdened by the emotional weight of others and the collective around her. She is meant to learn to balance and to receive.
Mm. As she incorporates that energy of receiving and of accepting help, will she see some improvement in the way that that scoliosis manifests for her?
It is slight,
Mm.
but this is many lifetimes carrying the burden
Right,
and not corrected as easily.
right.
She is the bearer of burdens.
Yeah.
And she does so willingly. So she needs to put it down willingly as well. And let people take their burdens from the back. She knows pain. She knows pain. And she wants to prevent others from experiencing the same.
Right.
It is out of protection that she does it. She doesn't protect them because then they cannot learn through their experiences and will continue to stay lost. They must learn of their own accord.
What else is
It will be a
important?
gift to them. It is a gift. Pain to learn. She must realize. It will be a gift to give them their burdens back. Only through their experience and learning will they be able to find themselves again.
Right.
And the power. Can't find the power covered in the pain. But there's no motivation to find it for the others. When there is someone carrying the burden, there's nothing to push you to seek development.
Is there anything else that she should know?
She requires more specific guidance. General guidance, questions such do not register.
Got it. Okay. What can you tell her about the blood clots that she had when she was pregnant and the clotting, the genetic clotting gene that she has?
It is to remind her to continue moving. Remaining stagnant in a situation for too long will cause physical harm. Staying in a place longer than necessary in one position for too long without being flexible, without stretching, expanding, is not good.
Where was she becoming stagnant at the time that she got her blood clots?
She was supposed to have left and she went back. She's been getting messages to leave for many years and has been holding herself back. She must remain in motion. Physically is good, but cannot stay in situations past expiration or risk illness.
Right. Okay. Does she have any other health issues that she's unaware of?
Holes,
What was that?
holes within the body, blood vessels.
And what are those from?
protecting others,
Mm.
putting herself in a line of defense.
Can you bring her some healing for that issue today?
I can.
Oh, good. But in order for that to be maintained, I imagine that she has to start putting her own health and protection above that of other people.
She must remember to allow those to experience for themselves. Even though she knows the answers, they must still learn. She cannot prevent the worst from happening. She cannot prevent people from getting hurt. It is not her fight, but every fight is her fight. It's emotionally taxing. She is leaking energetically, wanting to do more for others. But these people are not shielding themselves. No energetic exchange causing detriment.
In what part of her life is this most often popping up?
Friendships, mostly.
Okay. Will she know the friendships that you're talking about when she hears that?
Yes.
Okay. What can you tell Alexis about her heart?
There is nothing wrong with the heart. Occasionally, when crossing through timelines, the heart is not aligned and may be in a different place energetically and struggles to calibrate to the correct frequency. And this can cause uncomfortable feelings in the body. She can be more conscious about choosing and aligning her timelines daily.
And what would that look like for her to be more conscious in aligning those timelines?
It is a practice she must remember. She remembers most days, but she can forget. And if she forgets, there becomes something of a lag, a ripple. Occasionally, the uncomfortable feeling that she gets can be indicative of a higher timeline available. Time to upgrade.
So sometimes it's just the recognition of a higher timeline being available and her needing to align herself to that.
That is correct. The body and would still be in the previous or lower timeline. And as there is a new one available, she will be prompted to align herself, particularly if the lag is very great between the two.
And does she just need to set an intention to align herself to her highest timeline? Is that all it takes?
Yes. To choose. To become aware.
Okay. We touched on this a little bit earlier, but she wanted to know what she can do to be a better mom.
Spend more time with them.
Yeah.
It is sometimes physically uncomfortable. Energy is very strong. She experiences discomfort, all of the different frequencies. They're powerful. If she takes time daily in her mornings, before the children are awake, it will enable her to be grounded and better equipped to deal with the energies, to receive them as she struggles to receive. And she must make time before meeting the children daily to meet herself.
That makes a lot of sense.
If there is no time for herself, no time to release from the work the night before, it becomes overwhelming, demands physical life and the work and energy. She struggles to find balance. She wants to do the right thing and often feels the need to help one at the expense of another, as if she cannot do both at the same time. She is learning to integrate and not feel the need to separate her identity as a mother and as a healer. She creates much separation in her own life. Separate buckets. Separate faces for the world to see.
Seems like that might be very tiring.
Exhausting.
So integrating all of her roles, just being more present with the kids.
Yeah. And allowing herself to be seen as an integrated vessel. It's highly important.
And what exactly does that look like for her to be seen as an integrated vessel?
Simultaneous work. There's no need for her to separate childcare and work. She feels the need to create separation, isolate herself, but it is not necessary.
And what about self-care and time for herself? How does that fit in?
She struggles as there is no support currently, and she is still expecting support for those things. Once she leaves, she will come to the understanding and realize she does not need additional support and will feel much more comfortable creating her own systems in place for her self-care. She will have freedom to create her own systems, as now she is within the confines of the systems of another, and finding spaces where she may create time for herself. It does not work, does not match her. It doesn't work for her. She cannot find time within these gaps. She must create her own vision for what is important and how it should be done. And she will find that she does not need as much support as she thought she did. It is in having the freedom to create her own systems and structures that work for her that will enable her to fill all her cups.
That makes sense. Why is it that she struggles with food and her appetite?
Different reasons. She can remember a time where food did not taste the way it does today. There are other lifetimes where food not only tasted better, but was much more nourishing, higher vibrational, and happier food. And currently, she struggles with different elements of eating, such as taste and texture, and desire and nutrition, and trying to find a place where they all meet. Nothing is right. She has expectations, and none of the food checks all the boxes, and she would rather not eat.
So what is the best solution for that? What types of foods or quote unquote diet is best for her to follow?
She can try to eat more fruits here. The problem is she remembers fruits from other places, and the memory is still within, and she craves that which she cannot find here. But she can accustom herself to eat more water-based and fruits, and eliminate, not entirely, mostly, processed foods, which alter the desires as she is becoming confused for what it is that she wants.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other advice for her as far as nutrition and food is concerned?
She does not have to eat meat if she does not wish. She doesn't always like it. She struggles by feeling like she's limited by options. She only wants fruit, really.
And is it okay for her to eat a fairly large proportion of her calories every day from fruit?
It would be. Every now and then, if she desires, she can have more. She may struggle once she is accustomed, but if she so desires, she can have other food groups as well. But she strongly desires a large fruit-based diet. The cravings from the other foods confuse the communications for what she is to eat. The chemicals.
And that's why cutting down on the processed food would help.
And yes, it is addiction, like any other.
All right, that makes sense. When we first started the session, well, right before, she said that her mom popped up into her head. Is there anything that her mom's higher self wants her to know?
She's not ready in this lifetime and will not become ready.
And
She struggles with accepting her mother, creating boundaries, feels guilty over these boundaries because her mother does not seek the healing. She has put down that burden for her mother, and her mother is letting her know she will not take it. Alexis can take the burden back or leave it.
it must be really exhausting to be carrying around all of that guilt all the time.
Very much.
Is she ready to let go of that, the attachment that she has to that particular brand of suffering?
It is a challenge. It has come to a point that she is realizing it is coming at her own expense. Those who seek the healing she provides will receive more if she puts down the burdens of those who do not wish to bear them. She can do more by doing less.
I've observed that she has a very healthy understanding of energetic exchange in the context of her business, but it sounds like she really struggles to apply that in her personal life.
Yes. She
She's able
desperately
to.
wants them to see.
Right.
But you can't make someone see, and it is not of their path, then it is not their path. In this lifetime, they have chosen. She needs to understand it is choice. She wants better for everyone. It hurts her to leave people behind. It pains her to have success. She feels that her success is at the expense of others. It is not. Her success brings her closer to a type of isolation which separates her from the world and those that she knew. However, it brings her closer to her destiny. She needs to focus on those who choose her and choose love. There are many. You can't save the few, but there are many waiting.
All right. What can you tell her about her autism diagnosis?
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Mhm.
You are not to conform. You are not to be confined. She struggles with labels, but this is one she's comfortable with. This label removes the other labels. The other labels she assigned to herself made her perceive herself as more of a victim or someone who's wounded or someone unwell. But this provides freedom. There's nothing you can do to change it. And her only job now is to embrace it. All it means is that those rules never applied. We're never going to. And all the spaces she never fit in, she was never meant to. These people you call autistic and with autism are meant to have an important role in the creation of New Earth as well. It is extremely important as they do not have many of these expectations and needs to fit into boxes and conform. They are limitless. And we should look to them more for the answers.
Can you tell me more about this important role that they have in building New Earth?
Of course, they have it in them. They come knowing. They come knowing the way that it's meant to be. And they are aligned energetically with that frequency. Many experience discomfort because it's not matching. because they energetically are a match for the new earth that is to come. And these old systems are very taxing. These old systems are detrimental to the health of everyone. But the individuals with autism, they don't have the shell that keeps you from expression and truth. They're here to show people, part of why they're here, how to embrace their true selves. They are not meant to conform. They are not meant to fit in. They are meant to teach us. There's more to life than what is currently being experienced with capitalism and the state of things. It takes one from their self, away from their true nature. Collectively, people are reverting back to their true nature. There's the great dissonance between the earth that we are physically experiencing and the earth that they are a vibrational match to. When they are made to fit and conform, and when they are placed under the control of another, it is sort of a malfunction that occurs, a meltdown of sorts. That is not how they are meant to live. They're reminding us to take control of ourselves once again. To be present and mindful.
That is so beautiful and it makes so much sense. Thank you for that. How can she create more financial abundance in her life?
She's doing fine. She seeks more out of security. She has enough. All she has to do is continue doing the work that she is guided to do. Those who she is meant to help will continue to cross her path as long as she decides to continue doing the work and makes herself available to those who are seeking assistance.
Is she on a twin flame journey?
She wants to be. I do not have an answer for that.
there anything that you can tell her about romantic partnerships for her in the future?
She needed to learn her self-worth. The individual she is thinking was meant to cross her path to help her understand, to present the possibility, the idea that she's destined for more. She can have more. She is deserving of more than she had been accepting at the time. It was an awakening of sorts. Though uncomfortable, was very necessary. It was painful as there was a desire. But she has learned the lesson from those experiences romantically.
Will it take her very long to find a true partner, someone that is supportive and loving and that deserves everything that she has to offer?
Not long at all once everything is in place. It's a puzzle.
Right. Okay.
One move before the other.
Right. Okay. Do you have any other messages for her today?
You are doing everything as you are meant to.